ท่านผู้มีเกียรติครับวันนี้โดยที่ผู้ที่มาร่วมในงานวันนี้มีคนที่ไม่ได้พูดภาษาไทยค่อนข้างจะมากนะครับและก็องค์กรนี้ก็เป็นองค์กรที่เกิดเริ่มจากมีคณะคนอเมริกันจำนวนหนึ่งซึ่งได้เริ่มต้นรายการนี้เมื่อ20 ปีที่แล้วนั้นผมขออนุญาตกล่าวคำภาษาเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะ Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. When I was a young boy, that was about 85 years ago, or 80 years ago. I came from a very large family, and it was a very close and harmonious family. We get together quite often, and we have many relatives. At that time, it never occurred to me that the Thais smile easily. You give them any reason, good or bad, they will smile. They smile when they hear a funny or interesting story. They smile as the first line of offense, first line of hospitality. They smile to cover their flaws, to cover up their guilt, to cover up their embarrassment. To me, that is a very important characteristic of the Thai people. We Thais did not realize that this one day will become a real asset to our nation. For the past 40 years, we have developed a tourist industry. And this year, we expect that the number of tourists would be around 32 or 33 million people. And you ask any tourists who come here, in the early days, of course, there were so many Americans. And if you ask them what attracted them to Thailand, of course, the obvious answer would be your hospitality. But I'd like to add more to that. Because before they come face to face with our hospitality, they must come face to face with our smile first. That is a very important feature of our people, and I think it is, in a way, a prerequisite to reaching happiness. Over 20 years ago, I was invited to be on the panel of judges for the Conrad N. Hilton Humanitarian Prize, the world's largest humanitarian award, presented to organizations considered to have made extraordinary contributions toward alleviating human suffering. When Operation Smile won the award in 1996 in New York, I met with the founder, Dr. Bill McGee, and after the award presentation, I approached him and I said to him quite candidly that I was very much impressed with the presentation that he made, and I congratulated him on a well-deserved award that his organization. I then invited Dr. McGee and his wife and his team of volunteers to come and help children with cleft lip and cleft palate here in Thailand. Soon after that, Dr. McGee kindly sent his team here for a medical mission at Pramukut Klao Hospital in Bangkok in September 1997. And over 400 families and patients showed up, hoping to receive free surgical treatment. From this mission, we could see that there was a real need for this type of humanitarianism in Thailand. where over 2,000 infants are born with a cleft lip or cleft palate every single year. 3 years later, on September 27, 2001, Operation Smile Thailand was formally established as a Thai medical charity. I have had the opportunity to join a few medical missions and witness the good works throughout these past 2 decades. Listening to those children and their families enlightened me to the hardships that come with this deformity. These children have difficulty eating, drinking, speaking, and even breathing. Daily actions all of us take for granted. Many of these children have a very low self-esteem. Some do not even attend school, immediately putting them at a further disadvantage and setting them up for future failure. Parents and families are stressed and strained from trying to help their child, but they are simply unable to. Now, this does not have to be the case. Through Operation Smile missions, not only in Thailand, but also in Laos, Cambodia, Nepal, an opportunity to lead a normal life was given to these children. They also given opportunity to go to school, to walk proudly, and to ultimately put smiles not only on their faces, but on their parents and family members' faces as well. It is a touching moment when you see these children and the parents who have somehow lost their ability to smile, as many Thai still do. You restore their smile. You create a new future for the children. And you create a happy, loving family to a group of people in Thailand. I'm pleased to share with you that since that first medical mission in 1997, with the kind support of many people, Operation Smile Thailand has completed 160 medical missions, providing over 12,000 treatments to patients in remote and rural areas of Thailand. It is quite an accomplishment and one that I'm honored to be associated with. Incidentally, I should mention also that the Thai government and the Thai Red Cross have done very good, very useful work in this area. We are not doing that to replace their efforts. Their efforts still continue. But of course, they cannot cover the entire country. They cannot cover the remote areas, and they have not been able to provide this kind of treatment to the ones most needed, the very poor family who live on the border or who live long distance from city and towns where the operations take place. Operation Smile fills that need because in our case, as Kevin has said before, we provide free transportation. We bring the whole family to the hospital in the town or in the city. We provide accommodation and food and lodging until the treatment is completed. There is, however, still a lot more work to be done, and I hope you will continue to support Operation Smile in Thailand in their mission to provide every single child access to this safe, life-changing surgical care. While we have scaled the tip of the iceberg in providing reconstructive surgeries for these children, what lies beneath the surface is a larger, long-term and sustainable solution. The Bright Smiles, Happy Hearts campaign seeks to support year-round nationwide medical sites, speech therapy camps for post-surgery therapy, and educational programs for the families to build an informed and knowledgeable community. All of you here today have charitable hearts and are committed in one way or another to help Thai society. I must add that our work would not have been successful or completed without the valuable work done by volunteers in particular, by such people as Dr. Pichai and his team, medical doctors, nurses who volunteer their services. And I also want to thank wholeheartedly those who have volunteered to help us in this mission. Their devotion and their dedication to the service for other people is most commendable. And I think that what pleases me most about this mission is that you encourage people of different generations, particularly the young, to become involved in the work which seeks solutions to our national problems. To me, that is a long-lasting value. It's kind of a side value that we have added to the assets of Thailand. All of us have the power to positively change these children's lives forever and create a better future for Thailand. And of course, the work that we do in our neighboring countries would have the same effect. You would bring smiles back to the faces of the children and the parents of the people in Laos, Cambodia, and Burma. That in a way or indirectly helps to enhance the relationship between the peoples of this region and the inaction among governments and countries in the area. So without further ado, congratulations on 20 years of Operation Smile in Thailand. Thank you.